All right, we continue this afternoon on Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott, joined now by Phil Costales. The name of his business is Costales Furniture. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you.
And you don't really have a store as such. You have everything's online, so you don't have all the expenses involved with a big brick and mortar store,
right?
And taking care of all that. So you're saying you can pass all that savings along to your customers?
Yeah, and in fact, we've only been doing this for about 3 weeks. It's brand new.
Brand new.
We have the website up. It's functional, but not completely filled out. So we're missing some of our stock, but you can get a hold of us through the website or phone, and we can take care of anything you need. The pricing is ridiculously cheap compared to anybody else in town, and we get
for the same stuff.
Same stuff, all the same stuff. We all buy from the same people. Yeah. So naturally, I mean, some companies have a distributor that I don't know about, or so forth, but. If you go into a store and you see a bed, I can get you the same bed for probably hundreds of dollars, if not $1,000 less.
So you're saying shop somewhere else first. When you find what you like, come to you and say, can you beat the price?
Yeah, well, you could do that, but you can also, I mean, you simply just come to me and say, I want this, and I can show you pictures of everything we've got. It's all...
Yeah, but how do I know that I'm getting the best price if I haven't shopped around?
Right, of course. If you want to shop around, I mean, for instance, I can get you a double pillow top California King bed for $299, a mattress and box spring.
What?
Yes, that's the kind of pricing that I can do.
And that would be probably over $1,000 in a store,
Easily,
right?
Easily. Yeah.
Well, wow.
That's how much.
That's a huge difference.
Well, when you think about what a store has to do in order to keep open, they have to be air conditioned. They're huge. They have to keep stock in that they aren't selling. And it ends up that they have to pass that cost on to you somehow. So they do have to charge those prices, but I don't. So that's where we go.
Wow. That's an amazing price difference.
Yeah.
So how did you come to the realization that, that, hey, we can do this?
Well, oddly enough, my parents owned a video store in Fowler, and they had gotten a furniture license as a secondary thing to do, and we started looking at these prices and going, oh my gosh, I can't believe what the markup is on this. And they actually had a tragedy. Their house burned down, and they ended up moving to Washington. And since they had moved, I decided that I was going to go ahead and give this a shot and start where they left off, essentially. So.
You have to have a license to sell furniture in California?
Well, of course. Well, you have to have a business license.
Yeah.
So.
But you decided to go the online route. So do you have a big warehouse somewhere, or do you just order it as your orders come in?
Essentially, I order it as they come in. I have distributors here in town, so it makes it easy to get a hold of the stuff. We deliver for free, but we have everything assembled for free. We do a lot for what we make.
Yeah. The big guys must hate you.
They don't know about me yet.
They're going to if you start stealing their business away.
Right, I'm hoping. I mean, most of it is going to be word of mouth right now, but that's why we get onto a show like this that is kind enough to let us on and do this, and hopefully we get known. One of the things that's really nice about this is I've had. I also own another business. It's a pool hall called the Break Room. And I have a bunch of customers.
Is that in Fowler?
No, that one's out on Ashland and 99.
Oh, okay.
And we have a bunch of customers that, maybe they have kids and, maybe single mothers or something like that, and they just can't afford that twin bed this month, right? Well, if I'm selling a twin bed for, I don't have the prices right in front of me, but something like $65, then it changes their world. They get to do that, and that's what's been.
And this
nice
isn't used furniture. This is brand new.
It's brand new.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I am amazed that. Well, I knew there was a big markup on furniture, but you're saying that markup is phenomenal.
Yeah. And of course, the other thing too is if I was trying to make a living at this, it wouldn't be advantageous for me to charge this little. But since I have my own business already, and I'm able to do something else, I can charge less, make a decent profit for myself. Not necessarily something that would, let me live in this lifestyle that I would like to. But
you got to start somewhere.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a good way to get things out to people at a reasonable price.
Yeah. How do you convince people, since you've only been in business for a few weeks now, and you don't really have a storefront, how do you get people to trust you?
Well, that kind of goes back into my other career. I started with Facebook. I started telling people I'm doing this now, and I just try to go by 15 years experience as a bartender and having a lot of people. You were talking about your Facebook friends having like 5,000. I have something like 1,600. So if they trust you, they trust the business, and then I just have to hope that my quality, my product's quality speaks for itself.
Well, take this the right way, Phil. You just said, I have 15 years experience as a bartender.
Yeah. Well, I understand.
Is that who I want to buy my furniture from?
Well, yeah. I mean, I understand that. If you meet me and you see what I've done over the years and how I handle my business, bartending isn't something that's it's not a smoke-filled room necessarily with a bunch of drunkards slobbering all over each other. When you look at our pool hall, it's more like a pizzeria. It's beer only, and when I say a bartender, I simply mean that I stand behind the bar and I hand out the beer.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, it sounds like word of mouth is going to be how you're really going to get this thing going.
Absolutely, sure. And then of course I might need to talk to that other guy about the website. Right now,
make sure it's displaying correctly on your phone.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, CostalesFurniture.com.
You got it.
All right. Well, Phil, man, I like your prices. I'm gonna go home and check it out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I may be calling you soon.
All right. Thank you very much.
Anything else you want folks to know before we go?
I think that's it. Thank you very much.
All right. Good job. Phil Costales, Costales Furniture, right here on Central Valley Talk.